Hey there, it's Debbie from Haven Inspired. Thank you so much for visiting our channel. I hope everyone had an awesome holiday. I know that I did. So definitely happy holidays to you. Today is about resetting your life for the upcoming new year, especially as we wrap up this last week of the year. Resetting your life during this time is just a proactive way to refocus and ensure you have a clear plan for the coming year. So we're going to go ahead and jump in. But if this is your first time, this channel is about all things self-care, self-help, and a few laughs in between. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notifications button for updates. And we'll go ahead and jump in. Okay, so resetting your life for the new year. This is something that I'm definitely going to do this week too, and it's really easy. It's just a matter of just really taking the time to sit back and really think about what type of goals you have set for yourself and what your plan is for the year. So I would just say just pick 3 days this week and kind of break this down to where you do a little bit of it each day. That way it's not too much pressure. It's just a little bit here and there. It's definitely something that you want to take seriously, that you want to dedicate that time. But you also, if you're off this week, have vacation, you want to also take into consideration your R&R. I'm probably going to pick Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, just so that way it's kind of gives me a little bit of break here and there. But feel free to pick the days that you want. So first, take a second look at your current commitments and what that looks like for the coming year. Do these commitments bring value to your life? Are they a waste of time and not helping you meet your current goals? Are they necessary? This is a really good question here. Are you overextended? If you're already starting the year overextended, it's going to be setting yourself up for failure. So really take a good look at all of the commitments that you have, see if you are overextended, and see if there's any adjustments that you can make going into the new year. Anything that you can scale back on, especially once you start going through and looking at your goals and what you want to get accomplished. Are there any commitments that you can remove? That way you have the free time to meet the actual goals that you're looking to meet. Take a good look at what you will prioritize and what you will let go. There's a few things that I know that in my life that I'm like, okay, this doesn't necessarily benefit me at this point, so I may just have to let this go to make room for this. Also, when looking at your commitments, make sure to evaluate your good habits and your bad habits when it comes to these types of commitments. Is there anything that you can change? Anything that you can do better in those areas? And then focus on trying to figure out the best way to alleviate those bad habits and make sure that you keep doing those good habits. And then last but not least in there, when it comes to like your commitments, make sure that you evaluate your relationships, because your relationships to a certain extent is a commitment. And if there's some relationships that are in your life that are toxic, that are draining you, that are not necessarily in your best interest, definitely take the time to evaluate those relationships and whether they are of value to you. And if you need to remove those people, then so be it. You got to. Okay, so next, what are your goals for the year? Write out your financial goals, your goals for your career, your personal goals, and then your spiritual goals for this year specifically. I know we talked about goal setting in another video. I think I can pop a link in here so that way you can go back and look at that one. But definitely make sure to run through all of those, write them all out, and put together your plan as far as like what those goals are and how you're going to attain those actual goals. And then even go as far as setting milestones for the year when you're looking to get those things completed. Be very detailed in that plan. Double check your motivation behind these goals. Is the motivation behind it genuine? Do you have pure intent in these goals, or is it just outside factors that are pushing you to do these types of goals? Next, if you don't have a self-care routine, make one. And you can start playing with different types. If you're looking to have like a morning one versus an evening one, you can do that. I also have videos. I want to pin them here. Pin them around here. But then also too, if you have certain areas in your life that you know for a fact is trouble for you when it comes to different emotions. So if you really are dealing with anger or depression or anxiety, there are ways of just putting together not just a self-care routine that you integrate into your everyday, but also a self-care routine for when those things come up. So when you feel that anxiety rising, when you feel that anger rising, there's things that you can put into place to where, hey, when this happens, I do this. So definitely make sure to put together self-care routines and plan them, so that way if those things arise, whether it be just something that you're putting into your everyday life or just something that you're putting together for those emotions that pop up, make sure to plan that out so that way you have that ready to go throughout the year. And last but not least, release this year. I know that this year has been tough for everybody, and I know that 2020 is like a year that we all will never forget. But as we go into 2021, make sure to release all bad energy that's coming out of 2020. Make sure to release what's happened in the year. And there's just a few things that you can do to do that, which one is to practice gratitude and prayer. To make sure that even with this year being so tough, make sure to practice gratitude for the things that we do have, for the things that did happen that went well this year, and just take that all in. Do some meditation, do some prayer, just kind of purge 2020, so that way you're not carrying that heaviness into 2021. Meditate on things that bring you joy. Definitely, if this is a vacation week for you, do a lot of self-care, a lot of R&R, a lot of relaxation. Take the time, if you haven't, to make a vision board for this upcoming year, what your goals that you're looking for, what you want to manifest in your life. And when you make that vision board, don't hold back. Manifest what you want. Put it all in there, even if it seems impossible. I love putting those things together and then down the line seeing a lot of those things manifest. So definitely don't hold back. Put in there what you want. Same thing with your self-care routine. Put in there what you want. Really, really take the time to plan those out. So I hope all of this is very helpful. So definitely make sure to take a second look at your current commitments. Take a look at what your goals will be for the year. If you don't have a self-care routine, make sure to create one. And then last but not least, make sure to release the year and all the bad energy that comes with it. Again, if you have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that button at the bottom. We'll be more than happy to have you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next year. Bye.